I used to have thoughts and keep them all to myself, and then I started having thoughts and decided to share them. So for the most part, I share my thoughts in blog posts, which I have on Huffington Post, and also on my Facebook page, which is called Meanderings. So this is one of my meanderings, and it's called If Google Translate Took Over Your Online Profile, Dating Over the Age of 50. We start with a disclaimer. I am writing this for a friend. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. A friend of mine who has recently found herself single after 15 years of marriage is ready to take the next step. For the sake of argument, let's call her anything other than her real name, Liz. Liz is 51 and filled with a truckload of insecurity. This is what her profile would look like if she was brave enough to be honest. After all, they all find out in the end. So, categories. Start with you. I am a recently separated 51-year-old mum of 6, almost grown-up children. Yes, I know, I clearly started young. If you really want to know, I'll be a bloody grandma next month. Physical characteristics. I have bloodshot green eyes, wiry bleached blonde hair, a saggy tummy and boobs down to my knees. I did a lot of breastfeeding. I'm 5 foot 8 inches tall, that's inches tall, but shrinking a bit now, mainly due to curvature of the spine that in the wrong clothes makes me look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. My wiry hair is starting to come out in handfuls due to my underactive thyroid, but if I do a Trumpian comb over, you'd hardly notice. Greatest achievements. Getting through the day without having a number 1 or number 2 accident. This is due to my irritable bowel and inability to sneeze without letting out a little wee, as no one actually explained what pelvic floor exercises really are. Lying on the floor and raising my legs didn't cut the mustard. I do have tablets to hold off on the number 2s, but I don't always remember to take them. I would consider remembering to take my tablets quite an achievement as well. The memory is going a little. I know, too young. Biggest fears? See above. Lifestyle. Since my separation, after the initial shock and clothes shredding spree, I have learnt to live my life alone. I threw all the razors in the bin. I am a liberated European woman with more hair under my arms and on my legs than anywhere else on my body. And I mean anywhere. I enjoy going to bed early and not having to put up with my beer-bellied, unshaven, whiskey-breathed hubby pawing me. I'm perimenopausal, so not really interested in a physical relationship right now. Oh, not to mention the enormous amount of effort it takes to clench my buttocks, just in case, and fake an orgasm. My COPD can be exacerbated by that kind of fast breathing. I have 2 different types of inhaler for that, but it's just not worth the risk, you know. Career and financial solvency. Thanks to my children not being children, I'm not entitled to any maintenance. My lovely little job I did for pin money has now become my main source of income. I am really poor, so DSS need not apply. Looking for? I'm looking for a man between 35 and 45 with a busy career that keeps him away from home for long periods of time. Tall, dark and handsome, big heart and even bigger wallet. Someone I can flirt with over the phone and on Messenger, but not have to see too often. The odd meal out, but home to our own abodes. Generous to a fault. Someone who wants to make sure I live comfortably but wants nothing in return. Whoever said that 50 is the new 40 was having a laugh. Any takers?